Hey everybody, what's going on? Movie Fan here. And yeah, got kind of a big show tonight. Upcoming movies. And some new releases that me and Maya watched this past week. So let's just jump into it. We only got one upcoming movie. It is a limited release film. And it is Tale of Tales. And basically these are these old-time fairy tales. And I guess they're all legit. Like, I haven't researched it, but I'm sure they keep talking about it. Based on these classics, whatever, but I guess they're a little darker than you would imagine. And yeah, so the movie itself, I think I touched on this before, back when I first saw the trailer. The trailer is just completely batshit crazy. I fucking love it. It has Salma Hayek, John C. Reilly, Toby Jones. Those are really the only ones I recognized from the cast. But basically, like, one story is like this king and queen, Salma Hayek and John C. Reilly, and somehow they I don't know if they can have a baby or not, but either way, they wind up this little creature thing. It looks like, if you guys ever saw the show Frisky Dingo, remember Cody 2, that big fucking, whatever the fuck it was, creature? It looks like that. It looks like Cody 2 from Frisky Dingo. If you haven't seen Frisky Dingo, I don't know what you're doing. It's brilliant. Only 2 seasons. Check it out. Anyways, but yeah, this like I said, this looks insane. Like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I can't really describe much beyond that. I mean, you kind of have to watch the trailer or check when it comes out. But yeah, I don't know. It looks really good. So yeah, sorry I can't really give much beyond that. But let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. So hit me up. Boom. So alright, let's talk about the movies. We was like on a horror bender this past week. It's ridiculous. Let's first talk about Cooties. Watched Cooties. We all know it's Elijah Wood, who is a substitute teacher, and he goes to the school, and there's a crazy outbreak. We'll call it Cooties, but it's a zombie type thing. And yeah, the school teachers must kind of band together to fight off these kids. I liked it. The thing is, there's a big influx of these zombie horror comedies. Just recently. I mean, it all kind of started Shaun the Dead and Zombieland, but then it just exploded, especially this past year alone. With you had the one with the vampires and the zombies and the humans or whatever all living together, and then they had to fight the aliens, and then survival guide, or Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. But this one, I don't know. This I thought was just really freaking hilarious. I mean, I love the cast. It has Rainn Wilson and Lee Wendell. Is that how you can pronounce his name? The dude who wrote fucking Saw movies, and he's in Saw and everything. I really liked his character because he was just so socially awkward and shit. But no, I mean, I don't want to say too much. I don't give away, but it's not like there's any big plot twist or anything like that. I mean, it's your basic group of survivors holding up in a school while zombie kids are outside. And I use the word zombie. They're definitely more infected than zombie-esque, I guess. But I don't want to be that guy. But I'm just gonna lump them all together at this point. Fuck it. But yeah, they're definitely infected. They're crazy, and they're fucking bloodthirsty, and they're fucking ready to rip anybody's head off. And of course, these adults got to take these kids out, which I really dug. I dug it all. There is a post-credit scene, which, if you stick around for it, I'm not gonna lie, it's literally just a little scene. You're like, oh, okay, they tied that up, I guess. But no, I really dug it. Big thumbs up for yeah, can't wait to buy that. That's definitely going in the collection. Then we saw The Forest, which came out this past year, back in January. And, of course, story about this girl and her twin sister. And the sister goes into the suicide forest of Japan. And she, wants to go try to find her. I remember, and I don't know if you guys remember or not, but whenever this came out, I was very, I don't know, I was kind of on the fence on this one because I was like, the idea seems cool, but after seeing the trailer and everything, I'm just like, And I'm walking away at the same kind of thing. Like, there are certain things about this movie that I really liked. When they go into the forest, clearly we know as an audience that the forest is fucking, haunted or whatever, and it will fuck with you psychologically. And then, the guide even tells them, listen, the forest is going to show you things. You just can't trust the Force. And of course, these characters do everything, opposite of that. Like when he's just like, at one point, like they're looking for the sister, they can't find the sister, they find the camp. You see that in the trailer, and she's like, "Well, I'm staying here." And of course, the Japanese guide is like, "You know what? I don't like it, but fuck it, just stay here. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll get you." And of course, they don't stay there at all. Like they literally just do, it's just like they do everything to fucking make this movie work, I guess. Anyways, but there are certain scenes I really dug. There's a scene where like they're trying to follow the river, like one way, and they're like, the river will lead us out, and they're lost at this point. And she's looking down at the river, and it's clearly flowing one way, and she's like, "Well, wait, you said we're going, downriver," and then when you look back down, it's flowing a different way. And I thought that was I like things like that. I thought that was kind of neat. But overall, it just seemed like this movie was lacking logic, just all around. And not just that, but the movie itself, like, I hate horror movies where, like, the character knows they're in a horror movie when they shouldn't. And what I mean by that, there's a scene early on where, like, she's just traveling to the town, and the music gets all ominous. And then there's a jump scare. And you're like, wait, what? And the jump scare and once again, we have not encountered the Force yet. We have not encountered anything supernatural yet. And and literally this girl encounters like 2 jump scares before she gets to the fucking forest. And the jump scares don't do like they lead nowhere. They have no connection to the supernatural force at all. It's just she is just spooked 2 different times, and once again, us as the audience, yes, we're in a horror movie, so we know, or we're watching a horror movie, we know scary shit can pop out. But every time, like before she even gets there, before anything gets weird, like there's a dark hallway, and she can kind of hear something. She's just like, "Hello," and she's and you're like, "What?" Just be like, "Hey, turn the light on. Hey, what's up? What's going on?" No, she's just like, and then of course there's a jump scare that has nothing to do with anything at all. And you're just like, really? Like, where the producer's like, this movie ain't scary, we gotta throw some jump scares in there. We gotta throw 2 of them that make no sense whatsoever, but... and the first one's the most ridiculous. Like, I literally laughed, because it was just like, what? Are they for real? Like, what was the point of that? Yeah, I don't know. The movie's very predictable, though. And it's actually... I don't want to say it's very predictable, but toward the end, you can kind of see where they're going. And, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to really explain this because without trying to give anything away, but you can see just right off the bat, like, yeah, that's what's going to happen right there. And it did. So, overall, I'm giving the Force one of these numbers because it wasn't horrible. I mean, it did keep my interest the entire time. Like, not once was I just like, okay, what time am I getting out of here? Getting the phone. None of that. I was in tone the whole time, or in tune with the whole thing. But it wasn't great either. I will say that it was not great. So yeah, it's one of these. Up next, we got #horror, which I honestly probably could have went without watching, but it was on Netflix and she wanted to watch it, so we watched it. The basic premise here is a bunch of these schoolgirls get together for a party and there's a killer on the loose, slashing them off one by one. And I remember when this came out, I even said, like, you know what, I'm curious to see how it is. It looks like it's horror for the next generation, and even though I do feel like this like I'm out, I'm clearly, I'm over the hill, whatever, I'm in the retro, the next breed's coming, and I want to embrace that. But it's movies like this and Unfriended that you're just kind of like, oh, this is what they're doing, like this is, and so in this movie basically, these schoolgirls get together and they just pick on each other. Like they act like this major cyberbullying, but this, from what I understand, it's just like this group. And I'm just like, really? Like, I don't know. So I didn't have cyberbullying when I was in school, so we got bullied in person. That's how it happened. I got picked on face to face. It wasn't, but whatever. Apparently this was scarier than, But anyway, so you got these group of girls, and truthfully, not one of them's, likable. They are the stereotypical teen girls of today. They're all on their fucking phones. The way they talk. I mean, it sounds authentic. Like, I wanted to smack every one of these little fucking bitches, but you kind of focus on 3 of them. There's the girl whose house they're throwing the party in, and she's just a bitch, and her parents are cheating on her, or cheating on each other. So, clearly there's no supervision there whatsoever. The other girl, you get the sense that, and I won't go into it, but, she's troubled, and there's something that happened in her past that, you know. But then there's a girl that you think's the main girl, like that you should focus on, but then like instead of focusing on her, it just kind of widens out. You kind of focus on everybody, which I mean I don't know. But this girl, you know, she's the poor girl who is, you know, got a scholarship to this really elite, rich school, and she's trying to fit in. But of course, the fact that she's poor, she gets picked on for because, you know, whatever. So you think you're going to kind of be like, you know, she's going to be our guide through this, but it really isn't. And once again, I want to root for that girl. I'm poor. I grew up poor. I can relate to that. And yet, she's just as big of a cunt as the rest of them. Like, it's just, they're all fucking cunts, just across the board. There were a couple scenes that I thought was kind of, the dialogue was just brutal, I thought. Just vicious. Like, they're picking on the fat girl. And you feel really sorry for that fat girl for, like, a minute or so, because my God, the shit they're saying to her. But then she'll turn around and start picking on everybody else, and it's just like, wait, what? So even when like someone's kind of getting picked on, it just goes in circles, and you're just like, fuck all of them. Like, let's just wipe them all out. You got you know, some adults in the movie. I can't pronounce her name. Chloe Sevigny. Is that how you pronounce it? She was in American Horror Story, season 2 at least. I don't know, she may have been in some other ones, but I've only seen her in season 2. I'm up to season 3 right now, guys, so bear with me. But anyways, she plays she's the owner of the house, like she's the wife at the house, and you know and you can tell like she's depressed and shit because you know she's getting old and everything. You got Timothy Hutton as this other girl's dad, and dude, you know, I don't know. You want textbook example of overacting? Watch this guy in this movie. It was fucking retarded. Like, it just, you know, how he would, like, talk down these kids. I mean, and I'm wrong. I was like, these kids fucking need it, but he was just, like, taking it way too ridiculous. Like, it was just laughable. I'm not gonna lie, like, when you watch it, like, you know, and in most slasher movies, they have, like, the one person that they're trying to be like, this is the crazy one, and this is gonna be the one that's gonna do the killings, and it turns out to be someone over here. Like, it's misdirection. It's a red herring. And here, there's none of that. Like, literally the whole time, they're like, it's probably this one. This was the crazy one. Who could it be? We don't know. Oh, wait, it was this one. And you're like, wait, what? The ending was kind of sloppy. Like, 2 or 3 of these girls look fucking alike. Like, I couldn't tell. Like, at one point, you know, one girl gets discovered, like, down in the basement. They're like, oh, shit. This person's dead. But they don't say it at first. First one's like, oh, my God. And they run away. And I was like, oh, well, who the fuck was that? They look like any of the girls. Like, really, the only one that stand out is like the blonde one, the fat one, and yeah, that's really it. Like the other 4, well, one had like really ridiculously long hair. So long hair, fat one, and blonde bitch that owns the house. The rest of them look identical, I thought. And like, so at the end, it's revealed like which one is the killer. You're like, what fucking shit? Which one is that one again? And I don't know, just the way it shot it was ridiculous. They were doing this whole, like, they keep putting, like, you know, hashtag whatever up on the screen and colorful, you know, emojis and shit popping up, and I don't know. I'm curious what high schoolers think of this movie. Like, I really do. I want to know, like, is this, like, what they're into? They're going to be like, this is great. This is our movie. Because I truly thought it was shit. I was not a fan. Was not a fan. Like I said, there was just some... couple scenes where I thought was okay. When it gets to the actual, like, it takes forever to get to the fucking slasher part. And by that point, you're just kind of like, who gives a shit? And then you're like, well, will it pay off? It don't pay off. Like, it's not that great. Not that gory, not that great. I would just, if it would have turned into torture porn, I would have been much happier, but it didn't. It was just really substandard slasher. Like I said, the only pros I can give it is the scene where they were really making fun of the fat girl. I felt bad for her. I was like, oh my God. Like, it's a movie. She reads the script. She's okay in real life, but still, I was like, oh, that's fucking harsh. And then there's a scene where they're all kind of sitting around, and they're just kind of like, it's like the moment where they're all being real, and they're like, you know, kind of talking about their fears and whatever. And I like that scene, but once again, it wasn't enough to make these little cunts likable. And I don't know. I really wish more blood was spilled and more of these little bitches were wiped out. But that's just my opinion. All right. So on to the final one. We come to my most anticipated horror film of this year, The Witch. which you guys know about, the family that gets exiled from their village or whatever, and so they have to find a new home, and of course weird things start happening, and they start accusing the young girl of being a witch, or not the young girl but the daughter, teenage daughter. I will say I really did like this. Now I can see why, because I mean this movie has been so polarizing as far as reviews. People either loved it or they fucking hated it. I can see why, because everybody who hated it was like, it wasn't scary, and it's like they definitely promoted it wrong in that aspect. Which I didn't quite. I mean, maybe I don't want to say they promoted it wrong. People expected, I guess, like Insidious or Sinister with tons of jump scares and shit, and you get none of that. Like, it's definitely more on the side of like Rosemary's Baby. I'm not just saying that because of the subject matter, but it is like it's a very slow burning kind of thing. Not much horror in it at all. And with that said, I will say I do believe, and whatever, if you disagree or it's all right, but I truly think this is like the horror film of like this generation, as far as like those classy fucking, I don't know, like Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, The Omen. I believe it belongs up there. Like, there's not too many movies I will ever throw into those three, ever. You're just like, those are up here. Even, no matter how good The Exorcism of Emily Rose is, it's still down here. It's, and I don't know, I like that better than The Exorcist, but even I know, as far as filmmaking goes, and just the feel of the movie, those are up here. The Witch is up there. I'm just saying. It's with those four. And you know what? It really is. I love it because I'm an atheist. You guys know this by now. So I love when like the Christian values are turned against them in a way, and they, when they start kind of turning on each other. I love that. Like, I'm just like, yeah, fuck you, yes. So I really dug that. I thought the acting was great. My problem with the movie is, and I won't lie, I got a bit of a problem. It's small, and I'm nitpicking probably, and I'm sure if when I watch it again, I'll be like, oh yeah, it wasn't as bad, or I'll get used to it or whatever. Is I couldn't understand what the fuck they were saying half the time. I'm not joking. They were speaking like in the old tongue, I guess. Where art thou, or thy, all that shit. It was like that. And I applaud them because that's very, authentic, However, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about sometimes. Like, sometimes they'd be talking, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And not just that, but the accent, especially the father had, I couldn't make out shit he was saying. Like, I was just like, alrighty. However, I mean, we know the plot, so it's easy to follow, and it doesn't take you out of the movie. But once again, there are just sometimes, like, when we were watching it, Maya was just like, what'd he say? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Your guess is as good as mine. Which, when the DVD comes out, then you can watch it with subtitles, and I'll be okay. But yeah, once again, I dug it. I loved the ending. I thought the ending was really cool. Really dug that. And I thought the movie was great. Dude, the little girl, because there's the teenage daughter, and then there's like the older son, and then there are these two twins, and then you got baby. The little girl plays the twin. Dude, I love her character. Like, that girl did an excellent job acting. I thought that was I just love that character so much. And I don't know, it was just, every time she came on the screen, it's like, boom, she's fucking stealing scenes from the adults here. And it was great. But yeah, no, overall, a big thumbs up on The Witch. Like I said, the only problem I had with it was some of the dialogue, was kind of like, but once again, the plot. Unless you're just flat out fucking brain dead and don't know what the fuck's going on, then you'll probably be lost. But it's like when I watched Passion of the Christ. When I first watched Passion of the Christ, there's a little bit of trivia for you. And fitting, because, it's a Christian movie. In 2004, I ain't gonna lie, Phantom was not big on subtitles. I just wasn't. And so I didn't watch a whole lot of movies with subtitles. And when I say not a whole lot, I mean none at all. And so Passion was huge at the time, so I was like, I'll check it out. And of course it was all subtitled, and I was like, fuck. And at that point, I wasn't quite trained on it yet, so I couldn't quite read. So at some point, I just gave up reading it. So I was like, I know the fucking story, we know. And so right now, I can tell you a fucking thing that was spoken in that movie. I knew the story, like I know what happened, and and I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm not lost at all in this movie. So yeah, that's it. And I got better as time went on. I would but early on, Phantom was just like reading. This ain't a fucking book, I was a little redneck retard from my little hometown, so you know I was just like, oh, I ain't reading that shit. But yeah, that's that. So, all right, that's all I got, guys. If you guys have seen any of these movies I talked about, let me know what you thought of them. And of course, if you're gonna watch Telltales, let me know. That I hear is actually gonna be streaming soon, so hopefully they'll have it like on Netflix or Video on Demand or something, because I definitely want to check that out. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. Guys, until tomorrow. Later.